From burning and freezing to unimaginable pressure, there are many planets in the solar system. But have you ever wondered what dying on each one would be like? So watch until the end of the video and let's explore this deadly journey together. Number 1. Venus. Venus is the closest planet to Earth. This means that traveling there could be easier than to other planets, taking about 4 months. Its gravity isn't a big problem, because it's almost similar to Earth gravity. But the first major obstacle you encounter is its clouds. These clouds are made of sulfuric acid, an extremely dangerous substance that can destroy your lungs within seconds. But let's imagine we have a super advanced spacesuit that can filter out this acid. As we descend into the atmosphere, visibility decreases, and a heat of 450 degrees Celsius would melt you. Let's also imagine our advanced technology protects us from that. But still, there will be some other problems. On Venus, only 10% of sunlight reaches the surface because the thick atmosphere blocks it, making the surface very dark, so you wouldn't be able to see anything. Even though the planet's gravity is almost like Earth's, the thick atmosphere makes walking nearly impossible. It's like trying to walk through honey. Even if we imagine all these problems are solved, within less than 5 seconds, the pressure at the surface would crush you like a soda can. At this point, you're 100% dead. But if we still imagine you're alive, the sulfuric acid you breathe in would cause excruciating damage to your organs, eyes, and ears. That will be the most painful death in the world. Number 2. Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. But if you think it's always hot, you are wrong. Mercury has no atmosphere, so at night, temperatures can drop to 180 degrees Celsius, while during the day, they can rise to 430 degrees Celsius. NASA spacesuits can only withstand temperatures down to minus 160 degrees Celsius. But Mercury's nights are even colder, reaching minus 180 degrees Celsius. Now, let's imagine a human landed on Mercury and ignored the extreme temperatures. What would happen? Within moments, you feel your fingers going numb. Then, frostbite would set in, causing severe shivering. After about 10 minutes, you will become disoriented and unable to walk. But temperature isn't the main problem. The sun's radiation and the lack of oxygen are the real killers. Mercury receives almost 7 times more solar radiation than Earth. The moment you step out of your spacecraft, intense solar radiation would hit you. The combination of extreme radiation and heat would render you unconscious in about less than a minute. Your DNA would be severely damaged, and your entire body would feel unbearable heat. Death would be very close. Number 3. Mars. If you've seen this video, you know that Mars is the most habitable planet in the solar system, and also Elon Musk's favorite. Daytime temperatures on Mars can sometimes reach 20 degrees Celsius, which is much more comfortable than Mercury or Venus. But the problem starts at night, when temperatures can drop to minus 60 degrees Celsius or even minus 120 degrees Celsius. Another major issue of Mars, similar to Mercury and Venus, is Mars's thin atmosphere, which is mostly carbon dioxide. That means there's no oxygen, and the planet is also exposed to high levels of solar radiation, which can be deadly for humans. Even the smallest scratch on a spacesuit could bring you closer to death. Your blood and other body fluids would start to boil, and you'd experience extreme pain. Death would follow within 7 minutes. You might think If our spacesuit stays intact, then we will be safe. But it's not like that. Mars also has very strong storms, with wind speeds sometimes reaching 180 kilometers an hour. If we plan to colonize Mars, we will need to figure out a way to deal with these storms as well. Number 4. Jupiter. Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. As you know, Jupiter is a gas giant and one of the hardest planets to land on it. And the reason is incredibly high radiation. Even from 300,000 kilometers away, radiation starts penetrating your suit, and you would die. But because this kind of ending is boring for you, let's imagine we have an advanced spacesuit that can block these deadly rays and see what will happen. Jupiter gravity is 4.2 times stronger than Earth's gravity. This means you would fall very fast. In the first layers of the atmosphere, you would encounter ammonia ice clouds at around minus 150 degrees Celsius. The winds on this planet are even stronger than on Mars, blowing at speeds up to 480 kilometers per hour. If we could go about 150 kilometers deeper, we would reach the deepest point humans have ever explored, where NASA Galileo probe reached in 1995. Beyond this point, everything gets darker, and both temperature and pressure rise rapidly. Pressures here is over 100 million times more than Earth's atmosphere pressure. After hours of falling, you might reach Jupiter's inner layers, facing a supercritical fluid that isn't neither exactly a liquid or a gas. And if you somehow survived all that, you'd reach Jupiter's core, which may or may not be solid. We still are not sure. The temperature here would be around 24,000 degrees Celsius, about 4.5 times hotter than the surface of the Sun. Before moving on to the next, if you have enjoyed this journey, like the video. Next one is Saturn. Saturn is the second largest planet in the solar system, and its atmosphere is mostly made of hydrogen and helium. The first challenge you will face with is avoiding collision with one of its 274 moons. Let's imagine we safely pass through all of these. As we approach Saturn, you would witness an incredible display of red and purple auroras caused by highly energized hydrogen in the atmosphere. But it's not just beautiful. Winds blow at speeds of up to 1,800 kilometers per hour. Like Jupiter, Saturn also has ammonia clouds, with temperatures dropping to around minus 250 degrees Celsius. At this point, the pressure will be the same as Earth's ocean's pressure, and gases start turning into liquid. If we somehow were still alive and reached Saturn's core, we would encounter a molten rocky core, about 10 times the size of Earth. The temperature here would reach 12,000 degrees Celsius, twice as hot as the Sun's surface, with a pressure nearly 1,000 times greater than Earth's. Next one is Uranus. On the Uranus, like Saturn, you first need to avoid colliding with its rings. Once past them, you would encounter toxic gases, and temperatures drop below minus 200 degrees Celsius, making Uranus the coldest planet in the solar system. If you somehow survive the cold temperatures and deadly gases, you would reach the first layer of the atmosphere. Here, things get even worse. Air becomes dense, and you're bombarded with icy pellets. These aren't water ice. The ice here is made of heavier elements than hydrogen and helium. Deeper down, you would face diamond rain and storms reaching speeds of 900 kilometers per hour. The pressure here is about 100 times stronger than Earth's pressure, eventually enough to kill anyone. Thank you for watching until the end. Please subscribe to our channel and like this video to help us improve the quality of our content. And if you enjoy this kind of videos, make sure to check out our other videos.